call is now being recorded.
Okay, thank you. That's it. It's the 11th of March. Yes, yeah, the 11th of March. In fact, what I uploaded was on the 10th, rather. What we saw on YouTube there, leader Mape for Pasha there, it was on the 10th. So it means I did it late hours of last night. So this is where we are at. Business partners, you can see that BTC shows us that it went up by plus 4.39% there. That's what we see. It means BTC has been pumping. But even before we come to the position, and in particular, let's quickly just check how other markets have been doing as of today, the 11th of March 2025. We're going to be looking at how the markets have been performing, and that is going to give us an idea of so many other things. So let me get the cursor there so that we check 24-hour change. This is 24-hour performance. It means how each pair or asset or market has actually been doing in the past 24 hours. You are able to check that. Now you can see literally that there are coins that have done better. There are coins that have done better than Bitcoin, because what we saw earlier on the strategy page at the bottom there, we saw that BTC has gone up by plus 4%. But let's just click on change and check if there are new coins on managed there. Let's check if there are new coins that may actually be there from on the spot market. I always like to click there and check at the bottom. So if that is not selected, so it means there's nothing. So let's come out and then focus on the markets that are there. When you click on change again, you'll see coins that have fallen the most. For instance, I don't know if some of you have seen this. I haven't been literally having time to share the updates in the groups and so forth, but we'll get there, into the culture of sharing important updates in the groups. And any one of us literally who are present in here, when you see some good or some peculiar outcomes and so forth, share in the groups so that other people are aware. Yesterday, I've seen this RARE, rare coin, actually, it pumped more than 75%. It went up more than 75%. Today is the one that has gone down the most, according to what we see here in the last 24-hour change. So now, RAD there has gone up by plus 35%. What does this mean? Once you are confident with trading, buying and selling, your entry and your exit targets, you literally are able, or you will be able to leverage, to take advantage of these top performing coins, or even those that have fallen the most and so forth, through doing your own research, enter those crypto assets and come out of them through collecting profits and so forth. At the moment, we are going to look at BTC, which is our major coin. So each and every person trading in our team, please, we encourage them to focus on starting with BTC, for instance. In your portfolio, BTC must be there. That is Bitcoin. BTC must be there, business partners. It's important. Now, you can see that with BTC, it has pumped by plus 4.92% at the moment. That's what we see there. It means there has been appreciation. Whatever asset that people bought perhaps yesterday, to give an example, there is growth there. Look, now it's even testing 5% upward. So this shows us that there is movement, and this is what we're interested in. We are trading crypto assets that are volatile. They go up and they go down also. They rise and they fall. This is what it is. And by so doing, they give us opportunity to buy low and sell high. These are the things that we want to see through and through. And that is the joy of trading. And especially with Royal Q on the spot market. We're into the spot market. We also have futures there. For people who have an appetite for the method of trading in the Forex space, yes, you can go into futures, for instance. But for people who literally want to grow their crypto portfolio, we recommend spot so that you build your business or your portfolio of cryptocurrencies in a more sustainable manner. This is what we want to see through and through. You and I are in this particular session, and we can see that BTC, literally, it's pumping. It appears as though it's moving towards 6-7% up, and that is something very nice. It means if you were to go to candlesticks, let's go to the candlesticks straight, and let's look at how the market formation is from an hourly time frame, and we can even go to a 15 minutes time frame. We are using an indicator. Yes, BOLL. Like for instance, even by me being here, business partners, you see what I'm saying here? When the price touches the upper band, I don't need to waste time. Let me go and collect profit. So I can come through create. I'm going straight to BTC and I click create again. I clicked it twice. It will take me to the transaction page. When I get there, I'm not going to waste time. I will look at position number 14, which is the one that is due to come out if profit is to be collected, for instance. Let's look at it. Now, you can see it went in at 81,347. So I'm not going to waste time, business partners. I'm not even going to do calculations at this point in time, but let me just quickly jot it down somewhere to keep this. I don't know if you are if anybody who has a pen and paper or a way of keeping the record of this, it's very important for us to know at this price as we are looking at it now, 81. It's 81,347.888. So I want to collect this profit. Let's not waste time. We go to trade setting, and then from there we go to distributed and take profit allocation. And what are we going to do? We go to position number 14. If you can recall, it's position number 14. So I changed that 2%. Let's make it 1%, so that if this is in profit, it must just go ahead and close, business partners. So I will confirm, and I'm not wasting time. Let's save again. So now that we have done that, let's go and check what's going to be happening this side, business partners. We're quickly going to check that. I want to go to the transaction page again. It's just that now I kept on coming out with a back arrow at the top. Let's go down to strategy. We want to take advantage of what is happening. If possible, collect profits when the price tests the upper band of Bollinger Band there. You know, this is what is happening. We want, can you see now? It's out. Position number 14, it's out. And then let's check margin call drop. Can you see here, margin call drop is 2%. So after 2%, the system will go back again with position number 14, for instance. So we will see if we need to adjust that or not. But what makes me happy is that this is out. Position number 14, it's out. Let's quickly check with how much actually did it come out with. We're going to look at the percentage, business partners. Remember, we had 2%, but 2% had not been reached as yet. 2% had not been reached as yet, but look at the amount that the system collected. Can you see that? This is the amount that the system has collected, which is 1.4%. You see, 1.4%. This is what the robot collected. We had the allocated percentage under distributed and take profit allocation for position number 14, business partners. If you can see there at the bottom, that is numbers of call margin. We had 2%. But now what I did was I looked at this, so to speak, because, you know, this is not a confirmed bull run as such. So to a certain extent, you may find yourself trading like a hawk, for instance. You'll be just looking at your candlesticks, paying attention gradually in this season, because this is just what is happening at this point in time. Let's quickly come and check on the candlesticks. I came while you were here, or you are here with us. You can see everything that we did. We could see that, yes, BTC it's pumping. We could see that BTC it's pumping, and we could see that BTC was also approaching, was touching, actually, it touched the upper band there. Let me just move this up a bit. It touched the upper band there. If you don't see these lines, it's because you did not click here. BOLL, that is Bollinger Bands, 3 of them. The upper band shows an area of overbought. And then the middle one, it shows you that it's a moving average. That is a moving average, averagely, I can say accepted price, so to speak. And not only that, the lower band shows you that it's an area of oversold. So now you and I, tonight in this session, we could see that BTC was literally bullish. It kept on appreciating. We saw it sitting at around 4%. It went to 5%, and we said, wow, this is incredible. But we said, okay, before we waste too much time, because we could see that the current candlestick for this particular hour, you see now we are on an hourly time frame, we could see it kiss the upper band there. As it was touching the upper band, we know that it will be faced with a pushback, some resistance, there. And we said, no, let's collect the profit now here. Let's collect the profit so that we exit. We exit with the position that has been floating in profit. It's just as simple as that. We are traders and we're paying attention to what is happening in terms of price movement, because we are not in that confirmed bull run as yet, meaning that it will take an extra precaution for us to collect profits from this particular market. So as a result, we're going to be trading gradually with focus and so forth, and literally paying attention to what is happening in terms of price movement and so forth. You can see during the day, the price did reach this level, but still 2% was never reached. 2% was never reached. Let me just quickly press this and show you. You can see here, it was around, if you can check, it was around 13 hours, 1 o'clock, but still 2% was never reached. And let's check here. If you check here around 3 o'clock, still the market touched the upper band, but 2% was never reached. So now look at this particular hour, this hour of 20 hours, our starting time and so forth. We see now that the price is testing the upper band for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, for the 5th time, for instance, for the 5th time, because if you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, this is the 5th time. It's testing it again. So then we made a choice to say, you know what, let's collect profit on the position that is floating at the moment. Let's collect profit and then exit. You collect profit and we exit. And we currently have 2% margin call drop, for instance. We have 2% drop, and then we are going to look at with that 2% drop, we're going to look at the next price level at which the robot is going to replace, or it's going to push forward again, or it's going to place again. Let me use that word. It's going to place position number 14 again. So we are looking at it here. We are looking at a structure here. We're looking at a market structure. We are on the hourly time frame, for instance. What we're going to do is we simply are going to look at the 2% margin call drop that we have for the call that has just collected profit now. So let's come out with a back arrow of the candlesticks. So we're going to look at, everybody can see at the moment, Numbers of call margin, we have 13 numbers of call margin. The robot kept on buying and buying and buying just like that. So the position that just came out now is position number 14. You can see after position number 14, business partners, that the robot has not bought again. Can you see? Subsell took place not long ago. Here it is. And this subsell actually is trading with around $100. That is 8.4 multiple buy-in ratio. So it has collected profit. And then we are the ones actually who made it collect profit. Why did we do this? Because we could see the price under hourly time frame. It touched the upper band of Bollinger Bands there. The upper line, it touched it, but we could see that the resistance was a lot. And as a result, before the pushback by the bears or the pullback and so forth, we said, no, let's collect whatever floating profit there was, for instance. Indeed, the position was floating with more than 1%. So what we did is simple. We went to trade settings, we click on trade settings, we went to distributed and take profit allocation, and we reduced the 2% that was there allocated for position number 14, we reduced it to 1%. And as a result, the robot collected whatever percentage or whatever floating profit there was, and we had 1.4%. So this is good way of trading. This is good technical way of collecting profits and so forth. So now let's come out of here. Transaction records there. We have seen that number 14 has worked. It collected profit. We are happy with that. But we need to also, based on the current market dynamics or the current market formation, we need to have an idea of where position number 14 is going to be entered at. We need to look at the price region or vicinity, the area around which our position number 14 is most likely to be placed at. We're going to be looking at that. So now it's simple. You can say we previously had put margin call drop of 2% in line with position number 14. That is margin call drop for position number 14 that you get from trade setting at the bottom here. Trade setting, and you go to margin configuration. This is where we arrange our margins. This is where we give an instruction. We put our parameters. We give instruction to the robot that, okay, with position number 14 or any other position, this is how I want your robot to go and buy for me inside the exchange. You see? So now here you can see, business partners, that position number 14, here we are. Position number 14, we had 2% here under margin call drop. It means after the market falls with 2% or drops by 2%, we want the robot to buy again with 8.4%, for instance. I'm okay with moving around with this at this point in time. That is 8.4. It means I took $100, I divided it by the first buy-in amount, which is 12 in this case. So 100 divided by 12, it will give you 8.33. I just actually rounded it off to the nearest figure. So that's what I did there. And then now, here we are, business partners. We're going to now establish the price level because the market has moved. The market is no longer where it were when we had initially put these parameters for position number 14, for instance. You see? So, and you can see that we did some work because you can see after position number 14, we made position number 15 impossible to be triggered, you know, because the margin call drop there, we placed 99%, which is not feasible. It's not practical. BTC cannot crash by that 99% because it's decentralized. You see? It's decentralized. Not everybody will sell BTC at the same time. And, you know, so it's impossible for BTC to crash by 99%. So it's just as simple as that. So now, and apart from that, there are people who have misplaced their seed phrases, their private keys and so forth. There are people who actually save even their login details on laptops that went missing, and they don't have access to BTC, their BTC and so forth. So it's impossible for BTC to crash by 100%, you know? So it's just as simple as that, business partners, because nobody will convince everybody in the whole world to dump BTC at once. Impossible. Even if people were to have such an ability to move like that, after whatever influence, even if maybe AI was used against humanity, some people will still not have access to their gadgets at the same time and all those kind of stuff. So therefore, this 99% drop is something that is not feasible. It will not be reached. It means, in other words, this parameter is to say we don't want to buy with position 15 yet. You know, so that's what happened there. I didn't want to stop margin calls, no. So now let's go and look at what will happen here. We're going to check 2% drop, at what price level this is going to be, and we're going to have an idea if we are happy with that particular entry region or not. If not, we can then come and increase this particular percentage. We can increase it so that the drop becomes even greater than what is at the moment. Let's come out of here, and then at the moment we quickly are going to be looking at transaction page. What are we looking for? Strategy up there. Current status, you see? Current status, business partners, shows us call margin trigger price. Now you can see call margin trigger price is around $81,999 US dollars, and it's almost 82,000. Can you see that? So now with that, with this, we can't just enter at 82,000. So that is that 2% drop, because this one, business partners, is determined by, so let's quickly increase this in the meantime. We can't buy around 82,000, no. Okay, let's do this. Let's pause. Let's pause so that we're raising together nicely. Let's pause this so that we're going to have an idea of what is happening. We pause. Let's pause. We don't want to place, we don't want the robot to buy. We don't want the robot to go in, we don't want the robot to go in around 82. No. It's too close, business partners. It's too close to where the market is at the moment. It means 82,578 US dollars and 11 cents. It's around the upper band on the hourly time frame. Remember, we are intraday traders, you know. We want to see profits almost every day, you know. So, and that is made possible by us setting up our entry price levels accordingly. So we look at the market structure, we see how the formation is, and we give ourselves room so that we are able to collect the profit. And this is what is happening. So at the moment, I have paused. Yes, sir. I have paused. That's why you see the system gives us activate at the bottom right there. So I have paused. So because the strategy is paused, it means even if this were to drop to 81,000, this current price, which is the market price, even this price were to drop by drop to $81,999.99, the robot is not going to buy, business partners. This is what makes me happy, because this is a tutorial session. We want to be detailed in showing you how to go about manipulating strategies for your own advantage, or to your own advantage, so to speak. So now, business partners, here we are. We now have seen that 2% drop. Remember, 2% drop was just literally worked out of our own heads, for instance, when it was placed then, and we didn't literally pay much attention in terms of price level, you know, against the market price and so forth. And even if it were relevant then, market has moved at this point in time, and you are able to see it here. You go to the candlesticks. Remember now, we've not gone to borrow the tools of trading view. We are just within Royal Q at this point in time. We're just within Royal Q, and we're going to utilize everything that is within Royal Q to place our parameters accordingly. Can you see now? 82,700, or around 82,000, it's around the upper band, you see? As a result, we don't want position number 14 to enter around here. No, we don't want position number 14 to actually be placed around the upper band, because remember what we said, this upper band is an area of overbought, so the price can be pushed backward again. So as a result, we're going to, and not only that, business partners, you will see from the sub bin page where we see sub positions from number 5 going up, you will see that position number 14, it's actually, or rather position number 13, it's not that far from the market price, I reckon, but we're going to check that together. So as a result, we want that we have a significant gap between margin call number 13 and margin call number 14. So at this point in time, if we delay, or rather when we delay position number 14 from being placed, we also are giving position number 13 to literally collect profit should the market pump. So as a result, it's whether market goes up or down, it will both work in our favor on this particular position. So now let's quickly go and look at where position number 13's average price is at. Now you will see that it may not be that far from 82,900, for instance. So you can see where the market is at the moment. It's around 82,900. You see? So we quickly are going to be doing something that will give us an idea of where position of how actually how we're going to calculate our drop. Our margin call drop for position number 14 is going to be derived from the average price of call number 13. Call number 13's average price is the one that will tell us how deep, the next call is going to be placed at, and so forth. So we need to know that. It's important. So let's quickly go to call number 13. Remember now, you're not under pressure in any way. If the market pumps, the robot is going to collect. Position number 13 will come out in profit. But if the market dumps, position number 14 will come in, but it must not be in close proximity with 13, or it shouldn't be around where the market is at the moment, because you and I have seen that the market is trading around the upper band, business partners. So now let's go to the sub bin and let's go straight to position number 13's average price. We're going to be looking at that. Here it is, business partners. Can you see that position number 13 has its average price at 83,000? When you understand this method of trading, business partners, you can manage big accounts. You can literally manage big accounts with grace. This is what it is, so you can even go to banks, sell your skills to them, tell them that you are a quantitative trader, you're an asset manager, so they should consider you, and link you to their own exchange and connect well to manage it for them and make money for them. Give them a good offer. So now here we are, 83,000 average price, 83,667 US, 600, what am I saying? 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents. I'm looking at something different, yes. 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents. This is the average price for what? For number 13, business partners. Now, that 2% we have, that 2% we have for position number 14. I'm at peace now because if there's a drop, that won't be placed because we are currently inactive on this position. You know, we paused it. It's the robot won't execute any trade, which is good news. Okay. So now when the robot calculates 2% drop, it calculates it not from the current price, but from the previous call's average price. You know, I mean for position number 14. Position number 14, average price will be calculated from the margin call drop of the from the average price of 13, and they all run like that in sequence, one after another, business partners, and that is harmony right there. So now you won't find calls being placed haphazardly and so forth, which is good news, very exciting. So now look at this. We are here. We already have seen that if we subtract 2% from this 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents, we get 81,999 US dollars and 99 cents. And we've seen that that one is just around the upper band under the hourly time frames market formation, is it? So we don't want our position number 14 to be at the upper band and also so close to 13 as such. And you can see 13 there has more money, and we want 14 to come in with $100. So the gap between the two must be significant, you know. So it must have a good space in between, you know, so that 1% can be achieved, you know, between the two in collecting profits and so forth. So now let's quickly just get a calculator. Let's get a calculator and do this so that others can see. The average price of position number 13 is 83,000. This is the price. And then 673 US dollars and 40, how much cents? 46 cents. 46 cents, business partners. Can you see? 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents. And remember, at that average price, position number 13 bought a certain quantity of Bitcoin with how much? With $500. You know, so now the robot will calculate the entry for the next call, which is 14, the one that has just collected profit now. The robot will calculate the entry price, that is call margin trigger price. You know, it will be around there. So let's quickly do it here. When we subtract 2% from this, we get that 81. 2%, we get that 81,999. Let's check. There it is, business partners. Now you can see. You can see here. You know, now you can see that we get 89,999 US dollars and 99 cents, which is around 82,000, very, very close to 82,000. And this is, it's around what? The upper band. Therefore, we refuse to enter at that price region. No, we don't want to do that. So what we do is we will leave any activity around this price region to be attended to by position number 13, because position number 13 has a quantity that needs to be released. So as a result, we'll allow position number 13 to answer for any breakout from the upper band, you know, because whether we like it or not, sooner or later, BTC has to pump. And for it to pump, it will even break above the upper band, you know, on the hourly time frame and so forth. But that one is going to be attended to by position number 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and the rest of the whole warehouse. You know, so that's what it is, business partner. So now let's try and see which position is going to be reasonable for us to place position number 14. Position number 14 is going to be on standby for any pullback that is going to be significant, for instance. So now let's go. We now come here, and then let's place about 4%. Now check. You see, 4%. It's going to be around 80,000, 80,326 US dollars and 52 cents, for instance. That is if we are to place 4% drop on the trade settings page under the folder of margin configuration in line with margin call number 14. Under the margin call drop, we put 4% there. And then multiple buy-in ratio, we have 8.4 there. It means the robot is going to be buying with a position amount. It's going to have a position amount of $100. So, but now let's check. Let's go and check on the candlesticks. Let's go and check on the candlesticks. This price of 80,326 US dollars and 52 cents. Let's go and check its area at around what region in relation to the middle band and the lower band. We're interested in the middle band and the lower band now. We totally rule out the upper band. We don't want to play around that area. We don't want to do that, so that we have an opportunity to collect profits within a duration of 24 hours or so. That is if the price is moving, unless if the price is just moving sideways, just static, not pumping or not dumping, it's just literally consolidating and so forth. But if there's going to be ups and downs, we must either buy or sell. Such activities must keep on happening. Now, business partners, let's go inside the candlesticks. We're going to be looking at the average price that we are getting, or which is actually, let's quickly go back. Let's quickly go back to BTC. What we want, candlesticks. Something beautiful is happening. BTC has broken above the upper band there. This is what it is. But this has to be confirmed by the next candlestick, business partners. It has to be confirmed by the next candlestick. So now there's something beautiful happening. I don't know if you can see here. Here we have 80,540. Remember what we have on the other side from the calculator. We have 80,032 and 80,000, I beg your pardon, 80,326 US dollars and 52 cents. So what does this mean? It means it's going to be around just below. Yes, it will be just below the price that we are looking at here. Let me just quickly try and get a proper screenshot for this. So I'm happy with margin call drop of, say, a margin call drop of 4%. Actually, I'm just happy with it without any strict analysis, business partners. I'm happy with it, and we're going to be looking at that together. Look at this. Can you see here? We have 80,000. Okay, let me first do it like this. That is the price that we have here. You see, it's 80,540, and you can see that it's not far from the middle band. And you can also see that the price bounced off the middle band here, which is the moving average. So which means our price that we have gotten from the 4% drop will be somehow somewhere below around there, which I'm happy with, around there. So then we're going to change our 2% drop. We will change it to 4% drop, for position number 14, and we will allow things to happen. And please don't forget the price it's pumping here. You can see it has already broken above the lower band. I mean the upper band here, So which means position number 13 may actually be around floating profit also. And then hopefully the next candlestick will continue to pump, Hopefully the next candlestick maybe may come and close also green, you know, and then that position number 13 releases the amount of money that is held in it. That is going to be good news. You know, it will be a breakout, for instance, you know, in that case, and that will be good news, which means number 14 is going to be a good backup around there, you know, just below there. And you can see it's in line with the moving average. It's in line with the, I'm not just getting, there it is, it's around the middle band. So I'm happy with buying around here rather than buying at the upper band there with 14. So as a result, business partners, let's go and start our trades, and then that is edit our trade and activate it, because now we are happy. We had to pause it because we needed to make sure that we all are on the same page. Let's get the cursor and then let's go. Now, okay, let's go to, because we are already on the, if you are to check there, you can see we are already on the right asset. This is BTC USDT. And just look at that, business partners, 7% up. And remember, I came out because I was not sure if this will continue to pump or not. And I don't regret that we collected profit. That 2% would have been reached by now, you know, but you know what? It is what it is. So now let's go and then make sure that we edit position number 4. I mean, position number 14 rather, to get its margin call drop to change from 2%. It will change from 2% to 4%, because around there, margin call trigger price will be around just below the lower band or so, which is good news for us. At this point in time, I'm sure you can see current status doesn't appear simply because activate, it's not there. I mean, what is that? I mean, the strategy is not running, has been paused at the moment. So let's quickly just go to trade setting, and then let's go to the, where are we going? We go to margin configuration, and then we go to position number 14. We change that to, we are here. There, here we want 4%. And then business partners, we're going to leave 8.4 as is. It's okay. We want 14 to still buy with $100. So this is what it is. And we don't want number 15 to go in yet. You know, should there be a significant dump, then we're going to catch the market at a much lower lows than what we would have entered at around for position number 14, for instance. So now let's go and save this. We confirm, and then we don't forget to also attend to distributed and take profit allocation, which is for the percentage that we're going to allocate for 14's take profit. Isn't? Now here we come. So here now let's put 3%, for instance, for now. You know, just 3%, just in case, business partners. Can you see at this point in time, we have position number 13 having 5%, you know, but we've seen already the market has pumped by 7% up, you know, 7% because of what we have seen there in the last 24 hours, according to the happenings that just took place now. So it is possible that 14 may be floating in profit, but we're going to check that together. So now let's go and confirm, but also it appears as though it may be a breakout, you know. So that is incredible. So let's now go and save. We are okay with everything here. We save after we edited margin configuration, and also we updated also the distributed and take profit allocation. We told the robot how it should buy after the fall or the drop. And not only that, we also instructed the robot what profit target it should go with, and so forth. So this is incredible. You see, it's under trade settings page. So now that we have made amendments, we must save our changes. Now we are saving what we've just done. Do you want to save? You confirm for sure. We want to. And then that it's done, but we are not through. Yet we need to also, because we had paused the strategy, we need to also activate it, you know. So we activate strategy. Do you start a strategy? Confirm. Yes, now we have started that. We're going to see our current status. Can you see now? Our current status, business partners. Look at how nice this is. We've calculated it ourselves first, you know, because we don't have horizontal lines. We don't have, what is that? Price range where or measure where we can literally use those tools on the charting platform of Royalty to get all these things. But everything is logical, business partners. And then now we are happy. Look at call margin trigger price is $80,326 US dollars and 52 cents, which is just below the one that we saw there, that is in line with the moving average. So now you can also see that when you double check the strategy details, you can see that the 4% it's still there. That is for the margin call drop. So this is happiness, ladies and gentlemen. But please, let's check for our 13 here. Let's check where actually 13 is against market price. You see currently $83,040 or so. Let's check. Look, 83,600. We're still floating in a loss, you know, which is a slight one actually. But when the market breaks above this, 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents, you know, this quantity that was bought with $500 and $36 will be floating in profit, you know, when the market price breaks above 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents. So now for your own assessment, for instance, of the trade, you can do something very simple. You take note of this 83,673 and 46, but because our take profit is 5%, you know, our trade profit is 5% because we bought with a bigger amount here of 500, so to speak, according to this particular account, you know. So what we're going to do is we want to take at least 5%, if that is possible, if that happens at all. But the chances are it may not happen. But what you do now as a trader is you're going to have your psychological level. It's very important. Well, you know that a profit can be taken. That is minimum 1%, for instance. You see, $673.46. So now let's go and calculate the psychological take profit, minimum take profit target for yourself, which is going to be this price that we are getting ready to calculate. The average price for that position number 13, that is due to come out, it's 83. Its average price for position number 13, it's 83,673. And how much cents? There is 46 cents, business partners. So now an accrual there by 1%, see, by 1%, then the robot can collect profit. That is the minimum Royalty can collect profit. So now you know, should BTC today or early hours of the morning or whenever, you know, break above 84,500 or reach, okay, yes, reach 84,510 US dollars and 19 cents, you know that that quantity that was bought with $500 is going to be in profit, and the robot will be in a position to collect it, you know. But remember, we placed 5% just in case. So it's possible by the time when you come, maybe you see BTC is around 85,000. Then you know that your position that was entered into the market at an average price of 83,673 US dollars and 46 cents, which is position number 13, margin call number 13. It's going to be floating in profit. That is more than 1%, for instance, just like the one that we attended to, the one of position number 14. Remember, it had 1.4%, for instance, in profit, and we collected that. And actually, it would have reached, had we carried a bit, you know, had we waited a bit, so to speak, that asset would have collected 2% by now. But it is what it is. Don't worry about it. You know, it's trading. These things happen. Be happy with the decision that you took to collect profit. Like leader Rafael Chifana, they will always say, it's his profits he collects. And I think in this season, it's very important to do so, business partners. So now you know you have your own psychological take profit target, which is $84,510 So you have this somehow at the back of your head, although you know that the one that is going to be shown here, let me just quickly go there. Let me just quickly go there. The one that is going to be shown there will be higher, will be way higher, will be way higher. Look there, business partners. Look at what it's, okay, let's go to here. Let's go here. Let's come here. Yes. Can you see, business partners, that I'm still waiting. Remember, we made 5% take profit for position number 13. For this position here, it will take profit around 5%. Not necessarily that is going to happen, but that's our wish, you know, if it happens at all. And that means, it simply means that, the robot will collect that 5% when market will reach $87,857 You say, then 5% will be collected. Should that be reached, for instance, 5% will be collected. You know, that's what it is there. But we are in a very unique season, honestly speaking, due to the dynamics of what is happening in the blockchain space. So you trade with that level of precaution, and you do like what we are doing at this point in time to manage our positions very well and so forth. So should the market dump, I'm happy with entering around $80,306 And then should the market break above that psychological price of ours that we spoke of 84,510, we know that position number 13 at this price will be having a minimum 1% in profit, which the robot is able to collect that. Anything less than 1%, the robot cannot collect. You still have to wait for instances. So you can't scalp, you can't do anything. So should I come and I find that the robot, maybe it's around, the market is around 86 business partners, 86,000, I'll still be happy to collect that 3%, that 4% that will be there, for instance, by simply reducing the 5% from distributed and take profit allocation to 1%, and the robot will collect everything that is floating as profit there. This is what it is. Thank you so much for your attention. We just need to stop the recording, and then let's switch to Q&A session. It's now 10 minutes past. So you